Import mode, deleting Clearspan user via a spreadsheet. The fifth and final part of this tutorial describes the process of deleting Clearspan users via import mode with a spreadsheet. The benefit of deleting users using import mode via a spreadsheet versus single user mode is that it saves time when many agents need to be deleted. In this example, basic OpEasy administrator David will now delete Clearspan users Steve Becker and Lisa Burke using the import mode. To illustrate this process, the basic OpEasy administrator is on the user screen and has performed a search to see all the users as shown here. Note that Steve and Lisa appear within the list. By selecting the import button to begin the delete user process, you will then be presented with the following screen. It is the best practice that once an OpEasy administrator has filled in a worksheet for adding users, the user will save the spreadsheet locally in case it needs to be used again, as in this example, to delete users. Since we earlier saved the spreadsheet that added the users, we will now reopen that spreadsheet using Microsoft Excel as shown here. In order to perform a delete using the import mode, on the user worksheet, use the drop-down box on the command column to select the remove option for any and all rows that you wish to delete. The command column for all other rows should be cleared to prevent unwanted processing. The done command can be utilized as this will stop processing beyond this entry point within the spreadsheet. Note that when using single user mode, the admin has the option to delete just the user or the phone device and user. Through the import mode, the option to delete just the user does not exist. The administrator must delete via the single user mode if deletion of the user is all that is required. Once you've updated the columns, then you will need to perform an additional validation to validate the commands within the worksheet. Validation will update the voicemail worksheet. In this case, no add commands are being issued, so the voicemail spreadsheet will contain no rows for entries. With the modifications complete, save the spreadsheet to a new name. In our case, the spreadsheet is saved as Clearspan import _ David (open 4 close .xls). Now you can return to the import screen and use the browse function to locate the provision spreadsheet that you just saved. Once located, select the Start button to begin process. The spreadsheet processing ensues and the results are presented on the screen as shown here. From the results, we can see that 2 commands were processed for the user worksheet without failure, and no commands have been processed for the voicemail worksheet. Again, the results spreadsheet can be obtained by selecting the Download Results or by selecting Email Results within the same manner as discussed previously under the Import Mode Adding Clearspan User via Spreadsheet section. When reviewing results, look for the success in the status column of the user and voicemail worksheets. Scroll to the right, confirm no data exists within the error columns. From the import screen, select OK to return to the user screen. By selecting the search button, then you can obtain a list of all current users within that administrator's enterprise and/or group. This concludes this tutorial for basic OpEasy user interface.